The nation's first interactive game show, weekdays at noon on the Family Channel.
Is the rumor true that champagne is the ideal coolant for your car? You'll find out when one of these three contestants wins the chance to drive home in this brand new Pontiac Fiero GT in just a split second. And now, here's the star of our show, Monty Hall.
Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you and welcome to our show. Well, the rumor is not true. Champagne is definitely not the ideal coolant for your car. Or the driver. Welcome to the second. I hope you enjoy watching our contestants compete to win cash or a brand new car. And right now, let's have everyone meet our players. Sandy?
Monty, first we have our returning champion, who has now won a total of $2,980 on her two previous appearances on Split Second, Gaye Capkin. Next, a teacher who delights in instructing very tiny persons, Roger Sowerby. And on your right, a lady whose favorite vacation spot is not Hawaii or the Caribbean, but Turkey, Carroll Klein.
Well, that's interesting that Carroll mentioned Turkey, because when you first came on the show, I think you mentioned that you were from Turkey originally, right?
That's right. I was born there.
You and Carroll have to get together and discuss where the best places are to go, right?
That's right.
And maybe you'll go with her.
That's right.
Yeah, you won 2 times on this show now, and today, if you're a winner, you'll be a 3-time winner, and of course, the chances of winning the car will be improved. So we wish you an awful lot of luck.
Thank you very much. It's a great show, and I'm delighted to be here again. Thank you.
Well, you're a great champion, too.
Thank
and Roger, I heard Sandy say that you teach very little people. How little?
Well, they're not terribly little, but I sometimes refer to them as rugrats or ankle biters.
You mean kids? You're talking about children that way?
Yes, regular children.
You're talking about my children that way, Roger?
No, not your children, of course. Normal children.
See, my children eat the rugs. I don't know what right. But so does that mean elementary or kindergarten?
These are little children, 8 and 9 years old in elementary school.
Oh, they're the terrors.
Oh, yes.
Age. They sure, that's what grade 3 and 4.
They're a caution.
That's an old expression.
Yes.
They're a caution.
They're a caution.
Yes. Well, they are a caution. And Carroll, excuse me if I don't talk to you right now, but I have a word from my producer says that I'm a caution if I don't get back and start this game. We'll come back and find out something about you a little later on, but let me tell you how we play the game. As you know, there are 3 answers to every question, and each of you must come up with 1 answer apiece. If you do, $10 apiece. If 2 of you come up with an answer, $25 apiece. If only 1 of you comes up with an answer, it's worth $50 to that person alone. All right, are you ready to go?
Yep.
Now, you get your hands on buzzers. You can't buzz in till the whole question is there. You can't be trigger happy or you'll be locked out. But once you're locked in, we have the 1, 2, 3 order in which you answer, and good luck to all of you. Here we go. Here are 3 nursery rhyme characters. That'd be just great for your little rugrats, Roger. 3 nursery rhyme characters that were told to do specific things. I'll show you what they were told to do. You name the nursery rhyme character. Look at the screen. Someone was told to put the kettle on, come blow your horn, fly away home, Gaye.
Fly away home was the ladybug.
That's correct, Roger.
Polly put the kettle on.
She sure did. And come blow your horn.
Little boy blue.
$10 for each of you because you're all 3 correct. Words that describe colors can be colorful themselves, like turquoise for green. You tell me what colors these words describe. Look at the screen. Obsidian, cerulean, and carnelian. Roger.
Cerulean is blue.
Cerulean is blue. Gaye?
Obsidian is black.
And Carroll?
Carnelian is red.
All 3 of you score again, and you have another $10. I think we're going to have a very good match here today. Here are 3 famous personalities who are better known by another name or title. Pick one and give me the more familiar name or title. Look at the screen. Lawrence Terrell and Bob Keeshan and Mrs. John McEnroe. Roger.
Bob Keeshan, I believe, is Captain Kangaroo.
He is. Carroll.
Mrs. John McEnroe is... Sorry.
And Gaye?
Mrs. John McEnroe is Tatum O'Neill.
That is correct. And Lawrence Terrell is Mr. T. Hey, fool, you know that guy? Right. Don't mess with him.
Right.
Now, that means that 2 of you have a correct answer and will score $25 each, and that's Gaye and Roger taking the lead. History is next. For over 25 years, we've been reading about the Benelux Treaty made by 3 European nations. Pick one of these 3 countries and tell me yes or no if it's a signatory to the Benelux Treaty. They're Belgium, England, and Luxembourg. Gaye?
Yes, Luxembourg.
Yes, Luxembourg is correct. Roger?
England, yes.
No, England is not right. Carroll?
Belgium, yes.
Yes. The 3rd one was the Netherlands. So, Roger, you don't score. Gaye and Carroll get $25 each. Spelling time. It's time for me to cast a spell. Here are 3 words often misspelled. Pick one and tell me if it's spelled correctly or incorrectly. Look at the screen. The 3 words are playwright, mortgage, heighten. Roger?
Mortgage is correct.
That is right. Carroll?
Playwright is correct.
That is right. Gaye?
Heighten is correct.
All three of you are smart. All three of you score points. No incorrect spellings that time. Here's something interesting for you, a brand new question. We all took math in school, and some of us even remember the symbols that we used. Do you? Well, here are three mathematical symbols. Pick A, B, or C and tell me what they signify. Here are the three symbols. Take a look. There are the symbols. What do they signify? A, B, and C. Carol.
B is pi.
B is pi. That's right. Gaye?
C is infinity.
That is correct. And Roger?
Uh-oh. A, I think, is the sign for square root.
You got it, of course. All three of you know your mathematics, and all three of you know your symbols, and it wasn't a guess. You had to know that one. All right, that means that you each get $10 there. Now let's talk about women designers. Many famous women clothing designers have made their mark in the fashion world. I'll give you the last names of three well-known women designers. Pick one and give me her first name. Look at the screen. Biagiotti, Klein, and Claiborne. Gaye is first.
Liz Claiborne.
Liz Claiborne is correct. Roger?
Laura Biagiotti.
You've got yourself an answer. And Carol?
Norma Klein.
No, it's Anne Klein. I'm sorry. And you knew it, didn't you? Gaye and Roger get themselves $25 each and are pulling away from Carol. During the first half of the 1980s, the three songs I'm about to show you were in the top 25. Pick a song, in each case, name the two singers that made the hit record. Each one had two singers. Look at the screen. All right, Gaye, which one are you going to choose?
Maneater. That was John Hall and Daryl. John Hall and Daryl. No, Oates and Hall. Hall and Oates. Hall and Oates.
You know, you got Hall and Oates, and I don't care what you did because I just wanted the two last names, so I say yes for that one. Roger?
I think Ebony and Ivory was Michael Jackson and that English guy with the blonde hair.
No, it's not the English guy or Michael Jackson. Carol, can you give me an answer?
I haven't got a clue.
Well, Ebony and Ivory was Paul McCartney and Stevie Wonder. And Endless Love was Diana Ross and Lionel Richie. And Hall and Oates and Hall and Little Lamsey Divey. And so we have one right answer over there, and that means a big $50 goes to Gaye, and she has the lead at 165. Roger second with 90. Carol with 65. As we end the first round, we come back to the second round. Double the stakes in just a moment.
Take a Trivial Pursuit play break with Wink Martindale.
We're counting down to another exciting Trivial Pursuit play break where you can win great prizes, and to join in the fun, pick up your phone now and call the number on your screen, 1-900-933-9988, before the call-in countdown reaches 0. It costs $4.98 to play. And if you've ever wanted to be a contestant on a game show, perhaps now is the time for you. You can play from your own home. Call now. It's easy. I'll ask you 5 multiple-choice questions. You'll have 10 seconds to answer by pressing the correct number on your touch-tone phone. The caller with the highest score, combining the most correct answers in the shortest amount of time, wins and will choose one of these great prizes. Randy?
A Concord 35mm camera. Wallace's silver-plated cake plate. Or today's featured prize, Daisy Barbie Grill. Smokeless grill with 133 square-inch cooking surface. Great for indoor barbecues year-round. Plus the Daisy Roundabout, all dishwasher safe from Daisy. Today's play break winners will compete in the playoff later today for our grand prize, a vacation getaway to Lake Tahoe.
It's a lot of fun, but don't forget, you do need a touch-tone phone, and you must be at least 18. Our call-in countdown is almost over. We'll be right back to play our game. Well, our phone players are ready, so let's begin.
Teeth, legs, lungs, or stomach? Which part of your body contains your bronchial tubes? Did you say lungs, number 3? You're right. Mustard, olive oil, vinegar, and ketchup. Tell me, which condiment is used to pickle something? We're looking for vinegar, number 3. Was it a dirigible, a luxury liner, a volcano, or a rocket ship? In the disaster film The Poseidon Adventure, what was the Poseidon? It was a luxury liner. Steve, Martin, Jerry, Lewis. What was the first name of the 8th U.S. President, Van Buren? President Martin Van Buren. Samba, rumba, tango, or cha-cha? According to the saying, it takes two to do what Argentinian dance? It takes two to tango.
Thanks, players. We'll be announcing the winner of that game in just a few minutes. And remember, there are a lot of play breaks every day where you can play and win. We'll see you later.
We've got our first two players. Let's say a word or two to Carroll. What do you do that's going to enable you to raise enough money to go visit Turkey?
Well, I write and I edit for a living. And originally I went to Turkey while I was living in Greece, writing a book and deciding that I wasn't going to win a Nobel Prize for Literature.
And you didn't?
No,
Oh,
oddly
shucks.
enough, I didn't.
What fascinated you about Turkey? What parts? Sort of the leg, the wing?
Oh, bad. That's very bad. I like living on water. I love living on the Mediterranean. I think it comes from being raised on the prairies.
Where you never saw water, right?
Where you never saw water.
Well, I've been to Turkey. It is a fascinating place, and we'll hear more about it when Gaye comes around to discuss more of her adventures in being brought up in Turkey. Roger's in the middle between, I would go to say between two turkeys, but I won't. I will refrain from using that line. I won't say it. Remember that you're playing for money, guys, but more importantly, to gain the advantage going into the final countdown round, and that's the round where the winner gets to go for the car. And right now, Gaye has the big lead at 165, Roger 90, 65 as we double the stakes this time. You can make a fast comeback. 3 of you get an answer, it's worth 20. 2 of you get an answer, it's worth 50 each. If only one comes up with the answer, $100. All right, here we go. We wear hats on our heads, shoes on our feet, and a whole lot of other things in between. Tell me where on the body these three items are worn. Look at the screen. The ascot, the cummerbund, and the busby. Gaye.
The cummerbund is worn around the waist.
Roger.
The ascot is worn around your neck.
And Carroll.
The busby is worn on top of your head.
That is correct. 3 out of 3 get $20 each. Bears have cubs and dogs have puppies. I'm going to show you a list of what some other baby animals are called. You pick one and tell me what animal it is. Look at the screen. The shote, joey, and fawn. Carroll.
The joey is a baby kangaroo.
That's good. Gaye.
The fawn is a baby deer.
And Roger?
Oh, thanks a lot. A shote is a child of a Panamanian she-devil. I don't know.
Keep it up. We're going to send you to Turkey. All right, so 2 of you score. Gaye and Carroll get $50. A Panamanian she-devil? I don't know. Very interesting. All right, let's go to the next question. Here are the names of 3 great solo concert musicians. Pick one and name the musical instrument associated with him. Look at the screen. Paganini, Glenn Gould, James Galway, Gaye.
Paganini was a violinist.
He was. Carroll.
Glenn Gould was a pianist.
Excellent one. Roger.
James Galway is an Irish flautist.
Or flutist. I'll accept either one, and Irish to boot. Yes, all 3 of you are right. All 3 of you get $20. You know, when you're aboard a boat or a ship, you don't speak landlubber English. You speak nautical English. Here are 3 nautical terms. You tell me what they describe in landlubber English. Look at the screen. The bulkhead, the companionway, and the overhead. Gaye.
The companionway, I believe, is a ladder.
No, that is not correct. Carroll is next.
The bulkhead is the front of the ship.
No, I can't accept that either. And Roger?
Well,
Here's a chance for $100.
the bulkhead, I believe, is a division between sections on a boat. Like a
division
door.
between sections.
Like a door.
Well, you know, actually it's a wall, and that is a division, and I'm going to accept that, Roger, and you get $100. I just looked over, and the Admiral waved yes that is correct. Companionway is a passageway. Just as easy as that. And the overhead, what would be over your head? A ceiling. And I'm sorry that you didn't get that, but Roger, you walled them again, stonewalled them in that one. Sewing and knitting are major hobbies throughout the world. I'll give you 3 terms. Pick one and tell me if it's a sewing or a knitting term. Look at the screen. Purl, baste, cast off. Gaye.
Cast off is a knitting term.
Correct. Roger.
Purl is a knitting term.
Correct. Carroll.
And baste is a sewing term.
All 3 of you are right. All 3 of you get $20. You know, a lot of weekend widows think that football is for the birds, and they're right, because the nicknames of these 3 National Football League teams are birds. Name the bird. Look at the screen. The Seattle, the Atlanta, and the Philadelphia. What's the bird, Roger?
Oh, dear. The Philadelphia...
Sorry, Gaye.
The Philadelphia Eagles.
Good for you, Carroll.
The Seattle Penguins.
No, the Seattle Seahawks and the Atlanta Falcons, and only Gaye wins. He gets $100, puts her in that big lead again. Africa becomes more important day by day, and we should know where in Africa various countries are located. So here are 3 major African coastal nations. Pick one and tell me if it's on the north, the east, or the west coast of Africa. Look at the screen. Kenya, Liberia, Mozambique. Carroll.
Mozambique is on the east coast.
That is correct. Roger?
Kenya is on the east coast.
That is correct. Gaye?
Liberia is on the west coast.
You guys are good. 3 out of 3 there, getting $20. All right, let's go to the next question. The Rolling Stones have had one of the longest-running careers in rock music history. I'll give you partial titles of 3 of their top hits. You pick one and complete the title. Look at the screen. Honky Tonk Something, Jumpin' Jack Something, and Beast of Something, and Gaye is first.
Honky Tonk Woman.
Honky Tonk Woman. Roger?
Oh, you took mine.
You
I
always
don't
say
know.
that.
Beast
You don't
of Burden.
know. What?
Beast of Burden.
Beast of Burden is right. What a good guess. You got that in as we were buzzing. Carroll?
Jumpin' Jack Flash.
All 3 are right. All 3 get $20. Sometimes it pays to show in a fast guess, doesn't it? An orange is only one of the many fruits belonging to the citrus family. Pick one of these and tell me if it's a citrus or non-citrus fruit. Look at the screen. The mandarin, the papaya, and the tangelo. Roger.
A mandarin is a citrus fruit.
It's a small orange. You're right. Gaye?
A Tangelo is a citrus fruit.
That is correct. And a papaya?
Is not a citrus fruit.
You guys are good. $20 each for 3 right answers. The Fondas, Henry, Jane, and Peter, have made a mark in American film history. I'll give you 3 film titles. Pick one and tell me which Fonda starred in the film. Look at the screen. Easy Rider, Clute, and Sex and the Single Girl. Roger.
Easy Rider, Peter Fonda.
Right. Carroll.
Clute was Jane Fonda.
Right.
I don't know this, but I'm going to say it was Henry.
A very good guess. That's right. And so you get $20 apiece. I'm going to give you the names of characters in 3 comic strips. Pick one group and tell me what comic strip they're from. Look at the screen. Andy and Flo, Betty, Veronica, and Jughead Jones, Herb Woodley, Julius Dithers and Daisy, and Gaye. You rang in first.
Okay. Herb Woodley and the rest of them is in Blondie.
Or are in Blondie.
Are in Blondie.
Right, Roger.
Properly said, yes.
Betty, Veronica, and Jughead are in Archie.
That's right also. And Carroll?
Andy and Flo are in that English one, and the name of which has escaped me totally.
Oh, and you knew it.
Yeah.
And you can see it right in front of your eyes, Andy Cap. And so 2 of you get $50 apiece. That's Gaye and Roger. And Gaye has a very commanding lead. Here are some facts about landing the first man on the moon. Are they true or false? Look at the screen. Happened in 1969. Is that true or false? 3 men in a spaceship. True or false? Collins, the second man on the moon. True or false? Gaye.
There were 3 men in a spaceship, but not in the landing spaceship.
I'm talking about the 3 men in the spaceship.
Yes, there were.
That's
That's
true.
correct.
And you're correct. Carroll?
It happened in 1969, yes.
True. That's right. The date was July 20th. And Roger?
Collins, second man on the moon. True.
No, it was Edwin Buzz Aldrin. Collins flew the module. So 2 of you are correct. Gaye and Carroll get $50 apiece. And now Gaye has $555. And she's going to have the advantage going into the countdown round. Our returning champion has the edge. Roger is in second place at $380. He'll be right behind her. And Carol's going to have to make a comeback from behind. She has the least amount of money. We'll be right back to that exciting countdown round after this.
Allegations of extramarital affairs. Unless these...
Which determines who goes for the car. The questions are just as before. This little twist this time, when you buzz in, you can give me 1, 2, or all 3 answers. Each time you give a correct answer, you count down 1 number. The first to 0 is the winner. Now, because you were in the lead with the most money, Gaye, you will only have to come up with 4 answers in this round. If you're in third place, you'll have to come up with 6, but it's possible, when you can answer all 3 of them, to make a terrific comeback from behind in this exciting horse race to determine who's going for the car. Are you ready? Here we go with the first question as the countdown round begins. Almost all of us have a fear or phobia about something, like claustrophobia, the fear of enclosed places. I'll give you 3 other phobias. Tell me if you had that phobia, what would you fear? Look at the screen. Hydrophobia, gynophobia, acrophobia. And Gaye is in first.
Hydrophobia is fear of water.
Yes, you're right. Continue.
Gynophobia is fear of women.
That is correct. Continue.
Acrophobia is fear of heights.
You got all 3, and you're down to just needing 1 to be a champion again. You're going to have to stop her, Roger and Carroll. Let's see if you can. The movies and television have brought added fame to the names of America's great playwrights. Here are the titles of 3 famous American plays. You name the authors. Look at the screen. There they are. Death of a Salesman, Golden Boy, and A Streetcar Named Desire. Roger is in first. Can you block her?
Streetcar Named Desire, Tennessee Williams.
You're right. Continue.
Death of a Salesman, Harold Pinter.
Wrong. And Gaye is second. She just needs 1.
Death of a Salesman is Arthur Miller.
Arthur Miller, and Golden Boy with Clifford Odets, and Gaye is the winner again. Well, our champion has come through again in grand style to become a 3-time champion, with the odds increased as she goes to play for the car.
Try it again.
We'll talk about her. Roger, it was delightful having you on the show today.
My
It was
pleasure.
great.
It was
Contestant, a lot of fun. Carroll, before you go to Turkey, you talk to Gaye. She can tell you about all the great spots. And I wish you a wonderful trip.
Thank you.
And thank you for being on the show. And now, Gaye, for the 3rd time, you come with me as we walk up to take a look at this beautiful car that you're going to try and win on Split Second today. Well, Gaye, once again, there's the new car that you're trying for, and Sandy will describe it again.
Well, Monty and Gaye, it's the sporty Pontiac Fiero GT. It's equipped with all of Fiero's standard features like the fuel-injected V6 engine, cruise control, and AM/FM stereo cassette player, plus pop-off sunroof and air conditioning.
On the previous 2 times when you were on the show with us, you selected screen number 2 and screen number 3. You weren't successful either time, but you did pick up $1,000 each shot. So today, to help you along and improve your odds, we're going to black out screens number 2 and 3. There they go out. Number 2 is out. Number 3 is out. There are 3 screens remaining, 1, 4, and 5. You make your choice, and if the car is there, and I guarantee it's behind one of them, then you'll have yourself this beautiful automobile. Which is your choice today?
I think I'll go straight to the beginning. I will pick number 1.
Number 1 is your choice. Let's take a look and see if it's behind screen number 1. And there is another $1,000. You're adding cash. You're adding a lot of cash. Where was that car hidden today? Terry is moving over to it, and it was behind number 5. That's where the car was hidden today. You don't get the car, but you add some more money. Let me see. Your total right now is up to $4,535. You come back on our next show. If you're successful and win again, we'll black out 3 screens, and your odds will be down to just 2. Right? Let's hope that happens. And as for you folks out there, tune in next time and see whether Gaye is going to go all the way and win this beautiful automobile on Split Second. Thank you for being with us today. Thank you.
Is a Stephen Haydas Monty Hall production in association with Viacom.